Here are everybody, and welcome to the full-time and reaction show. My name is Laurie. I'm here with my boy Guna Lee. It's not been the best of days, I've got to say, and I wasn't thinking I'd be saying that early this afternoon when we watched Liverpool lose at home to Crystal Palace. There was a lot of celebrations in the air, but I would say that myself and James, shout out to James B, we was both saying to ourselves that we're not going to celebrate that Liverpool result too hard, because we then got to do our job against Villa, and if we don't beat Villa, then obviously it's not going to mean much. And unfortunately, that's how it's turned out. Arsenal have lost at home today, 2-0 to Aston Villa. Villa deserved their win. In the first half, I think it's fair to say that Arsenal were the better team, created more chances, but crucially, we didn't stick those chances away, and unfortunately, that's come back to bite us in the backside. Lee, you're looking pretty downcast, and I can see that. I haven't spoken to you. You're very disappointed, as we all are. But tell the people, what's your summarizations of that game?
I'm gobsmacked and disgusted. Honestly, I'm gobsmacked and disgusted. The manager.
I can understand you being gobsmacked. Why are you disgusted?
I'm disgusted because the players have just let us down again. They've really let me down. I feel like there's no God given right to win this league, but I feel like a lot of fans know we play the best football. We've played the best football for this whole year. We haven't conceded goals. What is it? 6 goals in 14 games in the league or whatever it is. And forget everything else for just 1 second. Just for 1 second, I want you to just forget everything else. Liverpool gave you almost one hand on the title today, because they were the team, forget everything, they were the team that were level on points with us. So if they did their job, we would have had to have done our job. And the players have just said, you know what, literally hold my beer, and done even worse. And I'm just like, the irony of it all, Arteta made a decision to get rid of Xhaka and spend £100 million on Declan Rice, who has been imperious, amazing, wonderful. And Xhaka's won the league today. And we've literally lost it, in my opinion, in my personal opinion. So
have we lost it though? Because I mean, okay, I can understand you're upset, and it's kind of understandable is the word I'm looking for Arsenal fans to look at that result today and say, listen, if you can't beat Villa at home, especially after Liverpool have dropped points to Palace, then you have no real right, or there's no real belief that we're going to win the title. But what I would say to that is that there are 6 games left, and 6 games is a lot. That's 18 points up for grabs. And I'm also going to say this, and I said this on my fan cam, that if I'm being honest, I'm speaking for myself now, yeah? If I'm being honest, I never expected us to win every single game until the end of the season. I knew that points would be dropped. And when I'm saying points would be dropped, I'm talking about all 3 teams. I didn't think that all 3 teams are going to win every single game. It's a bad result today, but I honestly don't think that the title is over today. Yes, City have been given a massive helping hand by ourselves and Liverpool's failure today, but I still think there's a lot to play for.
There's 2 questions. Well, one question was, if we couldn't do what we needed to do today, when the pressure was on, right? The pressure was big time on, because Liverpool dropped points and Man City had won. Let's just say Man City do drop points. Where do you think that where do you have any confidence that we're going to go and talk forward and take the opportunity? Because we had the opportunity today. So where do you get off from thinking, oh, well, like, okay, no, look, you're right, it's not over. And with the most respect, I feel like if I was to do a comparison, if you and I had an arm wrestle right now, out of the 10 times, I might win 8, I might win 7, I might win 6, I might win 10. The probability is I'm going to win 9, 10 of them. Not to say you're weak, but I'm just that bit stronger than you currently in where we are in life. And it's almost the same thing like Man City. They are just a great team. They got a better manager and they've been there and done that. There's nothing else to say other than Man City, every time they've been in a position to win, the only time they've not won the league in the last few years is when Liverpool won it, and Liverpool was so far ahead that Man City gave up. So now what you're asking Man City to do something that they've never done, and you're asking Arsenal to do something that they've literally never done.
No, listen, I see where you're coming from. I understand. It's all about recency bias. You've just seen a terrible second half performance, so you're thinking, how the hell are we going to turn it around? But stranger things have happened in sport, man. You know what I mean? And we just got to hope and pray that we can win all our games and hope that Man City slip up. But anyway, enough of us two for the time being. You've heard all we've had to say. People out there, download the app, get through to us. We're very keen to hear what you want to say on a day when we've seriously underperformed. Who's up first? Mams, this should be an interesting call. I know Mams is pretty honest and forthright.
Hi guys, I actually can't hear you. I can only hear one of the other participants, but I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Oh yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Fire away,
I can
man.
hear you now. I can hear you now.
Yeah. Fire away.
Sorry, just adjusting the camera. With regards to the performance, look, I think it's really easy to be down at this moment. Obviously, we've lost 2-0 at home, and it's been a tough week overall. I think the best thing we can do as fans is support the club right now until the end of the season. And as tough as it is, because it does look like history is repeating itself, because I think it's approximately at the same stage last season that we've started collapsing. It's very difficult for us to pick ourselves up, but I think if we don't pick ourselves up as a fan base, then we can't expect the players to.
No, I agree.
So I think in retrospect, these days happen. Unfortunately, they happen to us after after usually we are first after 30 games, and at the moment when we are the most hopeful, this club does have the 10. But I've said it all season, we are a very emotional side, very emotional, way too emotional. But for example, on Wednesday, or was it Tuesday, we played Bayern Munich, and I've came here and I've ranted, and it was very difficult to keep the emotions. Sorry.
That's okay.
I've came here and I wasn't very. And I was very angry after the Bayern game, but ultimately that's because Bayern have been made to look average by a lot of sides this season, and we are the only ones that kind of struggled against them. So that's why it was very difficult for me to contain myself. And I think the same thing happened today. I think at the moment when we have the responsibility to go and win, and Liverpool lost to Crystal Palace, so it was a perfect opportunity for us to show that we will go until the end in this title race against City. We've got the experience. We grew from last season. And that's kind of where we tend to collapse. But I think the only choice we have as fans is to hope until the end. I will be honest, I don't think City are as strong as they are last season. So I do see Man City losing points from here on until the end of the season. Even a draw, and let's say we win, because of the goal difference, we will come up first again.
Yeah.
I don't think Man City will win every single game until the end of the season. But it's a question of whether we will. So.
Yeah, you know what? I said a very similar thing. I said points will be dropped. I thought we might drop points. I must admit, I didn't see us dropping points at home to Villa today. I expected Villa to be a tough proposition, but I thought we'd get the job done. And I've got to say, I'll be interested to hear what you think about this. I actually think that game turned with Martinez making that save towards the end of the first half from Trossard.
Sorry. Yeah, definitely.
I think the game turned on that, because the first half we were clearly the better side. I think we created something like 14 chances. We obviously didn't score, and if you don't score at this level, man, against good teams like Villa, the way things go, man, it very often happens.
They obviously are playing for something as well. They're obviously playing for their top four, and they've worked very hard towards that top four spot all season. So I expected a tough game. These kind of games, they do rely on moments. So if Trossard scores a goal that he should be scoring, then yeah, you can see a different game. But I thought we didn't deserve anything from the game. I thought the second half they were all over us completely. I mean, you know, it was for the first time they hit the post twice, and it was for the first time this season that I was watching the game, and it was the 80th minute, and I was like, I'll probably be glad to get away with a draw from here. We just weren't going forward whatsoever. Nothing going forward, and
I just want to bring in Guna Lee. We've got to wrap things up quickly, but bring in Guna Lee if you've got anything to say too, man.
Do you know what? It's funny because there was a point you made earlier. Sorry, I can't remember verbatim what you said, but you know, in my head when I was watching the game, I was almost a bit like, even if we had won the game, I would have still been so angry and I wouldn't have celebrated because I would have just been nervous about Wolves next week and then Chelsea at home and all the other games. So I can't remember what point it relates to exactly what you said, but I just feel like I'm just lost for words, my friend. I'm lost for words. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Just very quickly, because we've got to go. Do you think we can bounce back against Bayern and Wolves in the coming week?
Yeah, I think we can, and I think Bayern Munich is actually a very good game midweek for us to bounce back from, because if we do qualify to the semi-finals in the Champions League, it might give them confidence. We don't have time to go to Dubai again, but what we can do is, you know, go and qualify against the team we are superior to throughout the entire season, and hopefully regain the confidence back and bounce back in the league as well. So let's keep the heads up. Let's keep the hope.
Okay, Mams. Thanks very much, bro. Give us a call after the game on Wednesday. Go on. Okay, we've got Luke on. Not that.
Just
Luke.
getting this working, boys.
Oh no.
On the peloton.
Luke.
Do you know what's annoying, right? I watched his box to box. Do you know what's annoying? And now I've got to sit here and listen to his absolute BS when it was Turkish and him. This is annoying.
I must admit, when they said Luke, my worst fear has now been realised. It would be Luke Vernon.
Right. Listen.
Listen. Right, here we go. Look.
I called it all. Oh, the ghost. Man got subbed off.
Oh, the ghost.
I called the whole thing. I said Bailey will come on and dust up, man. Talking about me not have that. Man got the goal. I talked about Watkins. I said it all, boys. Now what? We took 6 points off you.
I know, man.
Clean sheets.
Yeah.
It's great.
Be honest, though. Be honest. I want you to be honest now. You got the win. Congratulations. But be honest.
Thank you.
Did you see that happening in that second half? Because in the first half, I think it was a very different story. Apart from, well, obviously we didn't score. But I think we were playing well. We were in the ascendancy. And I think the game I know might is a big thing to say now. Could have been very different if Trossard scores that goal. Martinez makes a great save. But did you see you coming back in the second half?
Could have been different if Watkins scored that. You know what it is? You know what it is with you, like, yeah, it's woulda, shoulda, coulda, and I can't deal with it. We got 6 points off yours, 2 clean sheets. Life is good in Birmingham right now. Sure and you know what? I want to shout out, let me just get this camera angle because I'm holding my phone right now. I want to shout out to everyone that commented saying I was a delusional fan, don't know ball, don't know what I'm talking about. Now what?
You see what Arsenal have done? You see what Arsenal have done? Arsenal put this guy on blast and they've made this guy look like he's some Don. Look what they've done.
But you know what I'm going to say though?
He was riding his bloody peloton.
We have to be. We have to.
Listen, your players need to be on that peloton, bro.
No, we have to take
no legs. You know what it is? Listen. Let me cut you up. Your players need to be on that peloton because Troy Deeney told you years ago you got no cojones. No, what was Zinchenko doing with that tackle, bro? You're lucky Tillemans didn't score. Bro. Because Zinchenko's on some half-hearted thing, Ben White's on some half-hearted thing. We've got the cojones, yeah? We've got the Brazilian cojones so much so we had to put our boot into your man's chest to try and give him some. And he's lying on the floor. What do you mean, bro? You're a ghost, fam. I mean, but what I will say, I love Odegaard, but against big teams, he can't turn up, and that's just confirmed.
No, but you know what it is, though? In the first half, he was outstanding. In the first half, he was great. But in the second half,
he was great. But guess what?
His performance and the whole team just. You know what? I'm at a loss to explain. Lee, what happened in that second half? Because in the first half, we were clearly the better team.
I'll be frank.
You know who you was missing, boys?
Who's that?
You were missing Watkins.
I knew he was going to say it.
You were missing Isak. They're the only two strikers that you guys need to be signing this season, either Watkins or Isak. Anybody else, you're going to be the same Banter FC that comes in April every year. That I love. My birthday's in like a week, you know. I love this, bro. My birthday's in April. Every season in April, I get to celebrate Arsenal's downfall. My best friend supports Arsenal. I love it. This is what I live for.
Let me just say, every Arsenal fan, go to my man's Instagram page now and start writing some absolute madness on there for his birthday, you know, because I hope you have the worst birthday ever.
Do you think you'll get top 4?
I appreciate that. I'll be 25 on the 24th of April, bro. And
really? Wow.
Life is good round here.
I bet it is. Do you think you'll get top 4?
Do I think we'll finish top 4?
Because if you played a game more than Spurs,
you know what?
You played a game more
You know
than
what?
Spurs.
These North London clubs, all they seem to be doing is choking lately, bro. So yeah, North London's got something in the air. Something's in the air in North London, yeah. And right now, yeah, Villa will take 4th. Tottenham will probably beat us as well, just to slam it in your face. Just to slam it in your face for Bants.
Hey, these Brummy guys, we need to get him off the screen. We have to get this Brummy guy off the screen.
As much as I love him.
Because you know what? Anytime, listen, the next time I go to Birmingham, I'm going to have to link up with you, you know. And when I see you, it's going to be on site, you know. It's on site, you know.
Well, you know what, though? I'm going to...
Don't be salty.
I'm going to give you a credit. I'm going to give you a credit. You deserve to win today.
Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday.
Watkins scored?
No, I didn't.
Did you clap when Watkins scored? That was a banger, bro.
It was a good goal. It was a good goal. But I did not clap. Far from it. But listen, you know what? We got to humble ourselves in the face of what happened. You came to the Emirates today. You did a number on us. You got the clean sheet. You scored 2 goals. You were the better side in the end. And we got to hold that. Man. Listen, good luck to you for the rest of the season. But
I appreciate that. And you know what? Good luck to you as well. Good luck to you. But sometimes, yeah, you know, London always want to try and cuss down Birmingham, yeah, like we're the second city in that.
You are, though. That's a fact.
But, bruv, you're not even
That's a fact,
bruv, you're not even the first team in London.
Why not?
So relax.
Who are?
With how many trophies? Who's the bigger club out? Who's the biggest club in London?
Arsenal, of course.
Go on.
Arsenal, of course.
What? In 20 years ago? When
Joe, man, get this guy off the screen, man. Joe, come on. Listen, get out of it.
Luke, big up yourself, man.
Don't big him up, man. Get him out of it. Get him out of it.
Take care, bro. Nice one.
Listen, bird camp. There's the last time you man were doing sort of bird camp days.
Well, it's not over yet. We'll see.
My man's in a retirement home.
Ring back at the end of the season and we'll see. All right, nice one. Take care, bro.
Deuces. I'm going to sleep well tonight. Have some great nightmares. Peace.
Oh, man. John's on the line. John, man.
How are you guys put me on after this, man?
No. We'll have to do a production for that. But anyway.
No, it's calm. It's calm. Do you know... Yeah.
No, you know what? The floor is yours.
Where do you want to start, bro? Where do you want to start?
Well, what happened in that second half? That's where I want to start. I can't believe it. I mean...
No,
was you thinking,
you know what,
right, after that first half, wasn't you thinking that, you know what, we just got to make sure we're a bit more clinical in the second half, we will get the job done? Or was you thinking, boy, I'm a bit worried that we've had so many chances. We had that great chance by Trossard in the end of the first half, didn't take it. Or was you thinking that,
you know what?
That could be pivotal?
It was like the more time that was going on throughout this game, I was, at the beginning, after seeing the Liverpool result against Crystal Palace, I was getting all giddy. I was jumping around in my seat thinking, like, oh, fuck yeah, top of the table today. And you know what? The more that time went on throughout the game, I just realised, I was like, it's slipping out of our grasp. And you know what? The last time I called, it was the first time I called. You guys said I looked like Fabio Vieira. Yeah.
Yeah, you still do.
It was after it was after the Brentford game. Yeah, and I remember thinking, I mean, I was trying to give him a bit of respect in that game, but it was out of all of the games before that, Brentford and the momentum we were on, I wasn't really too worried. I thought we were gonna do it, and they gave us a hard time. And today, stupidly, I fell into the same trap. I was thinking, Aston Villa at home, you know, we're on a momentum, we're running with it. And it was, you know, but it was even worse than the Brentford game, because obviously we've lost 3 points, 2-0 down. I feel a bit embarrassed, if I'm honest. And obviously this guy before me is having the time of his life, fair play to him, whatever. But
well, Luke is actually
it's a bit depressing, man.
He's a friend of the channel. We've known him for a long time. He's an influencer.
No. I don't. No disrespect to him, man. Because you know, it's football. You got to, you know, at the end of the day, it's a game. But it's like,
but
you know,
somebody
I would be in
explained
this
to me
position.
how we can be so bad in that second half, though. Right? That's what's puzzling me.
Oh,
I mean, we saw a little bit of a drop off in the Luton game. Remember that when we were beating them 2-0, and in the second half, we seemingly went to sleep, and we actually let Luton back in it a little bit. You know what I mean? We saw it out.
Now, do you know what I think?
But obviously,
I agree with you, man.
Quality than Luton have. You know, so
I think it was a bit of a mismatch with the management today. If I'm honest, like I see some decisions. Like I don't know if he was injured or what, but what's Odegaard doing coming off? Do you know what I mean?
Bro,
was he injured or did I miss something?
He didn't seem like he was. I mean, I know
Like,
he
mate,
had a knock.
he was moving magic.
He had a knock to his chest.
Yeah.
Maybe that affected his breathing or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Lee.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't. Yeah.
Listen, man, I'll be honest, bro. Bro, you know what? You're a better man than me, because I genuinely don't even know how. I can't smile. I don't know, man. I just, honestly, like, you're right as well. Now I think of it. Yeah, he's been outclassed, but he's been outclassed by a manager who we thought wasn't good enough. So if that's the case, then we have to look. We have to look at this manager. Like, I know he's done great things for us. Listen, what I will say to you, John, right, is this is the second season in a row where we've got to a position of real, you know, positivity, and it's been mismanaged. Last season, you can give him a bye. We didn't have a couple of players, injuries. We had 2 competitions. We didn't think we was going to be there. And let's say that he overachieved, and I love the guy. But this season, he's been given everything. He's been given all the tools. Now, I want to know why certain players aren't playing games. I want to know why certain players aren't getting minutes. I want to know why you're playing the same players game in and game out. And this is down to the manager. Yeah. This team went in that half and didn't come out. So something's happened. I don't know what, but we have to keep it real now. This is not a joke. This isn't like, you know, I want to win. And this is now going to be, if we don't win, 22 years now. And I'm sorry, but when you're at the top, you have to make tough decisions. In life, with everything. When you're in any real pickle, you have to make a tough decision. And maybe he's just an early man. Maybe that is what it is. I'm not sitting here saying he is. But you have to question it. When you look at all the competitions that we've been in throughout the years that he's been there, that we as Arsenal fans defend him to the hill, the fact that he finished 8th twice, because we saw the bigger picture. We defend him that we finished out, we didn't get qualified for Europa League twice, because we saw the bigger picture. Yeah. You look at his away record in the Champions League. Lens away, lost. PSV away, lost. Porto away, lost.
I don't want to cut you off, bro. But I see where you're, and I totally understand your annoyance and everything with today's performance. I'm not like coming down on that at all, bro. And I see a load of people saying the same thing, that, you know, this, and even like I was just saying, there's a bit of a mismanagement in terms of like how he's brought subs on, people off the lineup, maybe whatever. But you know what? It's just, I feel like, I just feel like this is such a tight season, and this is the tightest season that you know we've ever seen for a long time. And it's like 2 points. I know it's Man City at the top, and it feels like we're losing our grip on this title race. And I'm with you on that. But Man City are not looking their best this season either. Liverpool, you know, results going like that today.
John,
anything
can I just stop you there for 1 second? Can I just stop just for 1 second?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The first thing is, Liverpool, as you just said, that was the opening thing you said. That should have given the team all the impetus. So whether you want to talk about Man City, that your point is null and void because Liverpool lost. The second thing, and they were level on points with us. The second thing is, we can't keep talking about other teams. You have to look inwards to then look outwards. And we didn't do our job. So what you're saying is because Man City don't look the same impeccable team that they've looked for the last couple of seasons, you now want to lose the game and hope that Man City can lose or drop points. Where does that make any sense? So all of what you're saying, I get. But your points are null and void because Arsenal should have just won the freaking game today. That's literally it. But
that's literally it.
But what I'm saying.
Go on. Very quickly.
Just one. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. But just my point with all of that was that the season's not over and the game's not over until the ref blows the whistle. He's blown the whistle today, but he hasn't blown the whistle on the season, and there's still a lot of games left. There's still a lot of football left to be played. So it's disheartening today, but we need to support our team and just, see where it goes at the end of the season, You
know what? What you've said there kind of epitomises what I've been saying since the end of the game today. It's been a very poor day at the office, but listen, there's 6 more games left. And we just got to hope that they can get back on track. And all we can do as fans is to support the team. But listen, John, thanks very much for your call. Got to move on.
Have a good rest of your weekend, lads.
Yeah, anyway. I'll try. I'll try. Same for you. Hopefully speak soon.
See you later.
I think you got Stephen on the line, is it? Stephen on?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Yeah, good, man. Been better days, got to say. But, we're holding up. Right, okay.
Good.
The floor is yours, my friend. What did you make of that game today?
I think today marks the day where we have to be honest and say that Unai Emery has very much got Arteta's number at the moment. I think tactically, there was a moment at the beginning of the second half. You've asked on a few occasions, why is it we came out so poorly at the start of the second half? And actually, we dominated them in the first half. I don't know if you clocked. They played was it Rodgers as a number 10 just behind Watkins? In the first half, they dropped him deep alongside McGinn to be an extra person in the build-up, and our press was literally non-existent. We couldn't get the ball off of them because they always had an extra man, and that was the beginning of the end for me because a lot of the chances we created in the first half were through turnovers high up the field because we were winning the ball so well. That was the first problem. Secondly, for me. The reason why I think we took Ødegaard off in the second half, I actually think Arteta got that one right. Aston Villa, particularly after they scored the first goal, they put two banks of 4 in front of their penalty area, and they restricted the space in between the lines, which is notoriously where Ødegaard goes because he's got no space to operate. He's got no one making runs in behind, which kills us.
But normally when that happens, sorry to interrupt you, I just want to make a point very quickly.
Go on.
I've seen teams do that to Arsenal before, but then what happens is Ødegaard will drop a little bit deeper, call for the ball, and they'll try and float balls in behind. And Villa do play a high line. But I just think as a team, we just discombobulated in that. From I think myself and Jay were saying it, right from the start of that second half, it's almost like the team looked nervous. And we kind of played into Villa's hands a little bit.
I don't think they knew what to do. I think that the tactical change that Emery made at the start of the second half, I think it confused the press. I think Declan Rice was literally anonymous in that second half because he didn't know whether to go and press Rodgers high or to sit back and protect the back 2 against Ollie Watkins. Just one thing to say on Ollie Watkins. I think he's probably given our 2 centre-backs their toughest games so far this season. I think he is a serious player. And I watched Newcastle yesterday. I watched Isaac, who I think is an excellent talent. But I think Watkins is the real deal. And I think you talked about Ødegaard dropping deep to try and play balls over the top. Who's making the runs? Martinelli was barely on the pitch. Saka loves to come short for the ball from Ben White. And Gabriel Jesus, I can't remember last time I saw him make any sort of running behind the back line. It was literally just Kai Havertz. So I think what we're seeing at the moment is at the business end of the season, when you need somebody up front to kill teams when he gets one chance, who will stretch teams on making runs in behind. We haven't got that. That's why he plays Kai Havertz in midfield, because he wants him to make the runs in behind to stretch teams, but he can't do that 20, 30 times in a game. He hasn't got the legs for it.
Sure.
So
you made some very
I
interesting
think
observations there, actually, and where I would agree with you as well is that Ollie Watkins showed what Arsenal are missing today, weren't they? With that striker up front, and it's interesting because Ollie Watkins is actually an Arsenal fan. Whether he'll leave, I don't think he signed a new contract recently. Is it, isn't it?
Listen, Ollie Watkins, I feel like listen, people are going to think I'm going crazy. I don't think he's even that great. I feel like, I really don't. I feel like he's had a great season, but two things can be true, right? You can have a great season, but I don't feel like you're this, amazing player that's going to, okay, let me say, I don't feel like he's the player for Arsenal. I know Luke spoke
I think Isak, of the two, because I like Tony, Isak and Watkins. I think of the three of those, Isak is the more technically gifted player. And I think Tony and Watkins are kind of similar. Obviously, Watkins is playing in a much better team at the moment than Ivan Toney. And obviously, Tony had that big ban, so he's only just coming back into getting games. But listen, man, we definitely need a striker. And I think I'm agreeing with the caller. Ollie Watkins showed today what Arsenal are missing. But anyway, bro, I've got to wind it up there because we've got some other people calling. But I do like your call. You made some very interesting observations
to be
about
honest,
the tactics and stuff like that.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Cheers. Call back soon, bro. Respect.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good, that guy, actually.
Yeah, he was. Zach's
Hey guys, how's it going?
I'm all right, man. Like I said before, I've had better days on here, but maybe you can offer us some positive cheer, or maybe not. Tell us what you thought of the game.
Yeah. So this is the 5th point we've dropped in 2024, right? We had a draw and a loss. This is our first loss. I think we can't let one result dictate our mentality going forward.
Agreed.
Because we've played nearly flawlessly in the year 2024 so far. We're advancing in the Champions League. We are where we are in the league because of the performances that the players have made, up to this point. So it's a bad beat, but you just got to move on. And I don't think
I'm going to ask you quickly.
Let this defeat bring me down. Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that. What did you think of the spectacle you saw of quite a few of the fans leaving before the end of the game? I personally thought that was very disappointing because it's at these moments where the team really need the fans, and it would appear that a lot of them were bailing out
100%. I saw it too, and I was disappointed to see fans leave because I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Trust him to be.
But you two are going to wind me up, so I'm going to literally stop you both there from any more nonsense that you're both talking.
Oh, nonsense.
I'm sorry, but
what,
you
expecting the fans to support the
I'm
team
sorry.
as well?
Wait, hold on a second. The team are 2-0 down. The team were even 1-0 down in the 80-something minute, but it was 2-0 down. You're saying to me that the fans who have gone there and yet again, the second year in a row, pretty much 365 days later, can't be upset and be annoyed because this loss wasn't to do with anything other than the players and the manager. So you can't sit there and say, oh, well, all of a sudden now the fans should stay there to the end and do what? And clap them off. They've let the whole freaking the whole club down with this performance. So why should the fans sit there and watch that nonsense?
All right, hold on. Let the caller.
Is it week 38?
Let the caller come up.
Is it match week 38?
It's got nothing to do with that.
And we play on.
No, okay, but it's to do with today's performance.
No, that's it. We play on.
Wait, okay,
that's what Man City does. Man City takes a bad beat and they move on and they crush their next opponent. They move on.
You're conflating two different arguments.
You have to be a mentality monster.
You're conflating two different arguments. You're saying that you move on. So we're talking about moving on. That's fine. Today's performance was utterly diabolical from the fans. So from the players, sorry. The fans have a way to voice their opinion. Their opinion is saying they're sick of watching.
Yeah, voice it after the game.
Wait, no, their opinion is they're sick of watching the team bottle performances and bottle opportunities that they have. So why should I sit
then
there
don't
and
go
watch?
to the next one?
Oh yes, so you're proving me right.
Yeah, like that's how I feel. Like if
Go
you're
to the
not
next
ready
one.
there to support your team, win, lose, or draw, like you shouldn't be there. No matter what.
Or what they can do is wait till the end of the game and let your feelings be known then.
What? So you want them to boo?
Yeah.
Is that what you want? You want them to boo?
I don't see the point of leaving 5 minutes early when you're down 2-0 and trying to beat the rush or whatever when you can just stay and support your team.
And do
because
what?
That's
And do
you
what?
made the
Okay,
trip
and
for.
do what? And do what? Clap them off? Is that what you want them to do? What? And now what I want you to do, right? Because where are you from? Sorry, where?
I'm from the U.S. I'm from Pennsylvania.
Okay, cool, perfect. Where do you see in any American sport? I watch NFL, I watch NBA. Where do you see? I watched Miami the other day against who did they play in the NBA? They leave. When it's a blowout, they leave. When it's NFL,
Yeah, I don't like it.
but this is what a fan does. They
But
are
Lee, hold on one
emotional
second.
people. that are
Leon Bailey, is it Leon Bailey? Who scored there for? It was Leon Bailey. He scored in the 84th minute, and at the time when he scored, the camera panned to the crowd, and they were leaving.
No,
it's true.
No.
They were.
It was.
It
just,
was, and
They were. He
that
scored in
riled
the
me up.
84th minute.
Well, listen, I don't care what anybody tells me. I'm sitting here saying, as an Arsenal fan, we've been through absolute crap. Now, that performance can drive anybody away because we are not expecting this. Man City, you can't compare us to Man City. Man City, if they do that, they look like spoilt brats. With us, we've been through so much crap and we've seen it only 1 year ago before. The same nonsense. Of course, the fans are going to leave. What the hell do you expect them to do?
Yeah, but they seem to be leaving en masse.
I'm sorry.
And that rubbed me up the wrong way.
You as a USA resident in Pennsylvania, knowing about Philadelphia 76ers, how harsh the Philly fans can be, how harsh LA fans can be. You know they don't take any nonsense. So what do you want them to do? If you go to Italy, what do you want to do? Go to the training ground and start threatening the players? People react differently. So you're now bemoaning because the fans have been so upset and let down. They don't want to watch any more of this. What is it that you're expecting a fan to do? If you was there, if you were in the stadium today, what would you have done in the 90th minute? Clap them?
I mean, yeah, because I was there to enjoy
What the
this
hell
game,
for?
even if we lost.
Okay.
All right, let me change that because
Today's
Tommy's
result
running.
isn't
Tommy's running. I want to ask the
indicative
caller.
of the season's results.
No, but see, this is why I keep saying you're conflating
we were
two different
second for a
arguments.
reason.
No, but this is
No,
where
I agree with
But
you.
I'm saying,
Let me
I'm
ask
not
the
letting
caller,
today beat me down.
because we got a
sorry.
couple of other callers, so I don't wish to be rude and interrupt yourselves and Lee's
No.
back and forth. But this is important. Right, we've got a couple of games coming up. Bayern on Wednesday, and then on Saturday we go to Wolves. Both going to be difficult games. Do you think we can bounce back?
Ay, caramba.
Oh, we have to. There's no other choice. We have to go to Bayern with our game plan and be able to execute it. And we need to be able to go to Wolves. And the one thing that I was hoping Mikel would do, and I think it affected the results of today, is not having enough rotation for his team. I think Emil should have had more minutes before today.
Yeah.
Just because when Martin's not playing his best, it hurts the team.
Right. Okay.
And it's good to have those extra minutes for those players. I wanted to see Thomas Partey today.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think he plays the game differently than any of our other defensive midfielders. And I think that verticality that he brings would have helped us today.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, bro, listen, thank you very much. And let's hope you're right that we can bounce back. And just to say, I am with you. It's a very disappointing day, but it's 32 out of 38. There's still 6 games left, 18 points to play for. And I agree with you. City are not as strong as they were last
almost
season.
20% of the season left.
Exactly. So let's go for
There's
it.
still
Man.
plenty of time.
Yeah. Okay, bro. Thank you very much. Appreciate your call.
So,
Yeah.
Thank you. Till next
And we've
time.
got our last caller of the day on, Diego. Hey, we've spoken before, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
See me, guys?
Nice to have you back. Right. Disappointing day, to say the least. What's your thoughts on the game?
Laurie, I am very livid. I'm lost for words. It's, for the past couple of minutes, I've been trying to control my emotions, man, because I didn't want to come and lambast the team entirely because of obviously how good we've been this year. But I've never seen a thing like that. This is, people come and say this is the worst performance I've seen. This is absolutely the worst second half I've seen in my entire life. Wow. What was that? First of all, near success syndrome with Arsenal. This is a repetition that I'm
What did he
obviously
call
used
it?
to now.
Near success.
No, but I've heard
You know
that
what I'm
phrase
saying?
before. They
Near
call it,
success
you know what they
syndrome.
call it? You know what they call it? They call it finishing line syndrome.
I like that,
Meaning that
Diogo.
you're-
You know,
you're
I
right in
never
front.
heard that one before. You know,
Yeah, they call it-
Near
what they call it,
finishing- What did he call it?
finishing
What did
line
he call it,
syndrome.
Diego?
Near success syndrome. My dad taught me that
Success
yesterday.
syndrome. Hey, Diego, yo, Diego, you're my guy.
Mate, where you calling from?
Maryland, USA.
So in America, they call it that, but over here, I've heard people refer to it as finishing line syndrome.
But I like the
Meaning that
near
closer you get to
success.
the line, the
Near
more you start to
success
doubt
syndrome.
yourself.
I like that.
I do agree with the caller. That second half, I did not see that coming, bro. That was woeful in the second half.
You know, so funny thing, Xhaka wins the Bundesliga today, we lose ours. And Laurie, you're going to argue with me. You're going to say, oh, we got 6 more games. I don't see us winning the next 6 games. I seriously don't see us doing that. In fact, I'm going to be honest. The game against Bayern next week, fingers crossed, I don't even really see us competing to winning that game. One thing I've realized with Arsenal is when we start going down, we go down for a minute before we get up. And that's something I've realized really quick with Arsenal. You know, I looked at it at the team sheet when we started, and again, I wasn't going to be negative, but I've realized also from my analysis that starting Trossard hasn't always fetched us the best result. He's always better off as an impact sub, But there again, Martinelli has been off it since after his injury.
Yes, that's
and
true.
so you can understand why, and then you can understand why Trossard is starting. And then obviously again we have Arteta removing Odegaard. For who? For ESR? Man, that was laughable.
I must admit,
White.
that substitution baffled me because I know Odegaard took a knock shortly before that. So I can only guess that maybe the manager thought, because he took a kick to the chest. So maybe he's thinking...
Give me Odegaard with one leg. He's better off than Vieira and ESR right now. I'm telling you, Laurie, this is... I was so heartbroken today, and you take off Ben White, the most informed and consistent player all year, and leave Zini for Bailey to deal with the entire. I shut off my TV at the 85th minute. I couldn't watch that abysmal performance anymore. I had to just. It hurts me that I missed church for this game, man. Like, it was heartbreaking, and it is what it is. I know
not
you're going
being
to
funny, right? But you're giving that vibe that you think it's all over. Do you think it's all over in terms of winning the league?
Yes, I truly, honestly, wholeheartedly believe it's over.
Even with 6 games to go, bro. 6 games, that's a lot of games.
I don't see City losing any game. I truly don't see City losing a game.
What if they draw a couple, though, and we win all of ours?
They can draw, but they can't draw a couple. I mean, check out the next 6 games. What team do you think or envisage that will give them a problem? Honestly.
But you know what it is? The Premier League, right? The Premier League is a very funny and intriguing league because let's keep it 100, right? Who honestly thought that Crystal Palace were going to go to Liverpool today and beat them on their own ground? I don't know a single person. Even there's an ardent Palace fan that he works in this environment, yeah. And even he wasn't predicting that Palace would win today at Liverpool. So that game came as a total shock, did it not?
It did. They could have been 2-0 up in the first half. They missed a couple of chances. But I also have a throwback question for you. Do you honestly believe, Laurie, that we'll win our next 6 games?
Listen, Diego, let me tell you something.
Here's how I'm going to answer that.
Diego, he knows that we ain't
but I'm
winning
glad
all
you
our
asked that
games.
question. Here's how I'm going to answer that now, because that is a very good question. I, at the start of the season, predicted that City would win the title. And the reason why I predicted that they would win is because, A, they've done it before. They've got the best squad. They've got the best manager. Yeah. But I said that when we went to City and we got a very creditable draw against them, which means they dropped 2 points, I said, the way this league is shaping up, with the teams all involved in European competition, there are going to be games when they underperform. So they could drop points. And I still believe that to be the case. Now, after today, you've got to be honest and say it's in City's hands. They're 2 points clear. And yes, with their squad and the talent they have, they should go on and win it. But I still see a couple of games here and there where teams are going to drop points. So it's definitely, after 6 games, I'm not throwing in the towel. That's how I'm going to keep it.
Listen, Diego, let me just tell you,
Yes, sir.
because you know me, I know this guy. He knows it's done.
No,
He
I'm not
knows
gonna-
it's
Bro,
done.
it's
This
not
guy
done.
here, he knows it's done. So don't worry about me. I'm just telling you because I'm sitting next to him now, and he knows.
That's cap. That's
He
cap.
knows it's done.
Why do you
He
say
knows
that?
there is
Why do you say
no.
that? Have I said that?
No. You did say that. You did.
No, I have
You
not.
didn't. You
I have
didn't
not
say
said
it,
that.
but
No,
you said it.
no.
So don't worry. Listen. He knows it's done. Anybody that's
Why do I
sitting
know
here-
it's done? Why do I know?
Anybody that's, as I said to you, anybody that's sitting here that is going to try and tell me that this league isn't wrapped up. Listen, if it happens, fantastic. I'm mudded. I look like a loser. I'm giving up, etc., etc. The guy before, I'm so sorry, I forgot his name, from Pennsylvania. He's going to be thinking, yeah, whatever. But for me, and Laurie knows, the league is done.
No,
It's
I'm not
finished.
giving it up until
It's done. Kaput. Man City don't drop points like that, especially at the end of the season. They go on long runs near the end of the season. They ain't lost the league title against any other club ever. When it comes to squeaky bum time, you know the famous Sir Alex Ferguson quote. They never ever drop points. They've never been in a position. They now what you're asking us is you have to all believe all in Arsenal to keep winning, and you have to make sure that Man City keep dropping points, which is absolute nonsense. They're going to keep scoring more goals because the games that they have. So even if it gets down to goal difference, I think they're still going to score more goals than us because we've lost 2 goals and they gained 4 yesterday. So for me, listen, I'm genuinely saying he knows it's done. He knows it's done.
Don't bring me in that.
He knows it's done.
Gonnerly, I'm with you on that. We have Man United, we have Tottenham, we have Chelsea, we have Wolves. And no way we're winning all those games with this current form.
Ain't no way.
If we manage to beat Bayern Munich and get to the semi-final, that's good enough for me this season. It's over.
Do you think we can win the Champions League? Do you think they can win the Champions League?
Never. Not now. We're not ready. We're not ready right now.
Okay,
Let's try
cool.
again next year. But I'm okay with the semi-final. That's enough for me.
Okay. Well, listen, bro, you've been very honest and forthright, and I appreciate that. But just for the record, I want to say here and now, I am not giving up the title with 6 games to go. It's way too early. You give up the title with a game or 2 to go when it's mathematically impossible. I've been watching sport. I'm a lot older than this man. He's my son. I've been watching sport long enough to know that anything can happen in sport, and I'm going to stick to that belief. But listen, bro, thank you very much. Appreciate your call.
Shout out
and
Diego,
call
man.
us back
I hope
after
to see you
buying.
guys in Pennsylvania, yeah?
Oh, yeah, for
man,
sure,
go
man.
on.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Take care,
I'll
bro.
be there. I'll be there.
Respect,
Yeah.
man. Nice one. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay, then. So, yeah, man, that last caller there, he spoke from the heart. And you could see that, first of all, he's very disappointed. You could hear the emotion in his voice there. At one point, his voice was cracking a little bit. So I feel his pain, man. But like I said, Lee, I've been watching sport a long time and I've seen things happen. You know what I mean? Yes, City are favourites at this point in time. The title is in their hands. But you just never know, bro. It's 6 games to go, you know, brethren.
Listen.
6.
Listen.
That's a lot of football.
Listen. I'm very comfortable now with what's going to happen at the end of the season.
It's Nostradamus, what's going to happen?
And listen, I feel the league. It's gone. It's gone. There's like I'm genuinely saying it's gone. It's
Right,
gone,
okay.
and I can't picture a way where not only Man City are going to drop points, but Arsenal are going to win all our games. Then that Man City aren't going to start going and scoring goals. And on top of that, I genuinely have lost faith. I've lost faith.
Do you think you might feel differently tomorrow when you wake up?
No, I've lost trust in this team, and I think trust is a
Just
big...
like that, though. Just
No,
lost.
no, because it's 2 seasons in a row now. And I think at the same point last year, it's almost like what you want me to do is forget the facts and just have hopium and copium. I'm going off what this team have shown me. I'm going off what this manager
Yeah, but it's a
shown
different
me.
team this year.
No, it's not. It's the same team because
No,
they've
it's not. We've got people like Declan Rice and all
No,
them,
but
man.
it's the same team because they're showing the same inept behaviour, the same bottling behaviour that they did last
So
year.
you think we bottled it today, do you?
Of course we bottled it.
We had. See, this is where me and you disagree. You know?
Laurie, because I know Joe's going to say we have to wrap up. How, and you know what, anybody that wants to have a discussion, Anybody who wants to have a conversation with me, you can chat to me on Twitter. You can chat to me on Instagram.
Yeah, go on his page, man, and give
anybody
him
that has
see how you're talking now. That's how I expect
anybody
fans and all them man
that's
to
going to
say.
tell me that this today hasn't been a bottle. You are absolutely living in cuckoo land. We are at home. We are not playing against the Harlem Globetrotters. We're playing against a team
that beat us earlier in the season.
That beat us earlier in the season, that we know that we should have beat because we actually had more chances than them. We dominated them and we couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. We then moved to today's game where they played on Thursday. So that was meant to be in our favour. The same way how when we played Bayern the other day, that was meant to be in our favour. But fine, they're a great top team. That is a great top team. We're playing Aston Villa. They're fourth in the league, and I don't know how many points. What is it? 11 points behind us? Wait, before the game, 12 points. I don't know what it is, but this is a team that we had all the materials to beat. We have nobody out injured. We've got a top manager that we all believe in, that we thought that was better than Unai Emery before today. So what is it that you're now going to say that we didn't bottle it? But the odds were stacked in our favour to win the game. The bookies, I'm sure all of them had us at winning this game today. Everybody, all of our predictions, 2-1, 3-1, 3-0. Everybody said, yeah, day in the sun, Emirates, we play at home.
All right, let me ask you a question.
We're going to win the game today.
To be fair to you have made some good points.
How can this not be a bottle? How can it
I'm going to tell you why.
not be a bottle?
I'm going to tell you exactly why. Right? Because yes, and you have made some good points. We were expected to win. We should have won. The way we started the game, we started really well. We had a lot of chances. I think created something like 14 chances in the first half that we took none of them. But here's where I fundamentally disagree with what you're saying about bottling. Be honest with me now, right? Before today, and I want you to be honest, we would have had 7 games left, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you honestly telling me that you thought we were going to win all 7 games?
No. See, this is
answer the
guys,
question.
Wait, fans,
Bro.
you see what he's doing? He's now moving the goalpost
I'm
and moving
asking
it
you
down
a
the road.
question.
No, talk about today.
No,
Don't
I am
talk
not,
about
but today is contextualized.
Yes, okay. Today,
the question is
talk about today. Don't talk about the next 7
but
games.
it's a contextualized question. I'm saying to you, because this is part of my argument.
No.
Why I don't think
Laurie,
I think it's too early to start being defeatist.
No. I said we bottled
right, okay, you're not
today.
Right, okay, well listen.
Today.
My point is, you won't answer a question because I'm onto something.
No, but you're moving.
Did you think that we were going to win all 7 games before today started? Yes or no? Be honest.
Honestly, honest to God.
Yeah.
No.
You didn't, did it? Right,
No.
so exactly. So what I'm saying is, the way things work in sports, sometimes when you least expect it, that's when it happens. So I was fully expectant that we were going to win today. I thought we'd win 3-1. I thought Villa would be a test, but I thought it was a test that we could overcome. So basically what I'm saying is, I knew that at some point between today and the rest of the season, we were going to drop points. I didn't know we would drop them today. So what I'm saying is, okay, we dropped points today, but there's still 6 games left to play for. And even those 6 games, I still think it's likely that ourselves, City and Liverpool are going to drop points.
Okay.
So basically what I'm saying is, you can't say it's over just because we lost today.
You're right, but now what you're expecting, and now what you're going to have to hope and pray that Arsenal, as a team, as a club, and a manager who's meant to lead a leader of men, makes the right decisions for the next 7 games, or 6 games, sorry. That also Man City, because now we're hoping.
Yeah.
There's
It's
no.
not in our hands
It's
now.
not in our
Yeah,
hands.
yeah,
It's now not in our hands. So now what you're doing, now you're thinking, okay, well, let's hope that Man City.
exactly what I'm
rather, but why should I have faith in this team when they've shown me today that when the tough gets going, they're not getting tough. What is
but
it?
I heard
what
people
is it?
say, right,
What is
before
it that
before we went to City-
How can you defend this team today and say that they didn't bottle it? How?
Because it's too early to use that word.
Today. Focus on
It's
today.
too early. It was a bad second half performance, but you cannot say we bottled the title
Okay,
because
did
of
Liverpool
one
bottle
poor
it today?
second half.
Did Liverpool bottle it today?
Not necessarily, no.
Oh, Laurie, please, come on. They played Crystal Palace, who are near the relegation zone.
Yeah, it was
Laurie, please. Please.
You're carrying on like these teams haven't lost. Listen, earlier in the season, we lost to West Ham, we lost to Fulham, we lost to Newcastle, we lost to Villa. We lost 4 games before today. So it's not like we don't know what it's like to lose. You know what I mean? City have lost to Wolves this season. They've lost to a couple of other teams.
Yes, but when it... Well, hold on.
No one's above being defeated,
Do you know what the
bro.
difference is? Do you know what the difference is?
What's that?
earlier in the season when a lot can change. Now, yes, you're right. 6 games, a lot can change. But when it comes to the crunch time,
only time will tell.
When it comes to the crunch time, you must stand up. This is the time where everything's got to go swimmingly right for you. You have all your preparation right. You have all your tactics right. You have your mentality right. And the bottle for me is the mentality thing. That's the bottle. Because we know that the players at Sheffield United, they're quality players, but there's levels to this quality.
Yeah, of course.
So it's the bottle is the mentality, and what we showed last year, you can put down to naivety. Like, fine, we weren't expected to
naivety and injuries.
Yeah,
and
injuries. Yes, okay, fine. But this year, there are no injuries. There are none.
True.
There are no excuses. Listen, I love Arteta. I'm sure everybody that is watching, I don't know how many people are watching. I'm sure Joe can tell me. I don't know how many people are watching. Everybody loves Arteta that is watching. But there's 2.5 thousand people watching. Nobody can bring me... Yeah, shout out. There's nobody that can bring me an excuse to say, you know what? This is what went wrong today. This is what... The players bottled it. They had the opportunity.
I disagree.
And the bottle is
100% disagree.
The bottle is the opportunity. And
why can't you just put it down to we played poorly in the second half?
But okay, fine. But whatever your reasoning that you want to put it down to, they still had the opportunity because they are the better team. We're the better club currently, and we have let ourselves down. We've bottled it. We've
let ourselves down. That's where I agree with you.
Yes.
Where I disagree with you.
Yes, of course.
I disagree with you on 2 counts. One, that we bottled it. I vehemently disagree with that, right? Because I don't think sport is as simple as that. You can't just throw that term around willy-nilly. Just because you don't get the result that you think we should get, you say we bottled it. There are mitigating factors. We did not play well in the second half. I could even reasonably argue that game hinged on when Trossard missed that chance in the first half.
What would you call that down to? That could be a bottling moment because we saw.
Was it a great save? You yourself said that was a great save. I heard you say that.
Until I saw it again. Okay, perfect example, guys. Perfect example. We know that, and why I mention these bottling moments is because when we think about what we've seen for the last 2024, what we've seen at home is we've seen a team concede 4 goals in the Premier League, right? Mm-hmm. Before today. We've not even been giving away chances, let alone letting them concede.
But was that going to go on forever?
No, but my point is that when you see a theme of good behavior, of great performances, that builds up. So when you start to go away from that as a performer, the pressure's getting to you. What are you doing? Your legs start to get shaky. You're bottling it. You're showing that you're not ready to go forward to the next
here's
step.
What we're going to do, because we've got to close out the show soon. And I do understand the passion. And you're not capping.
No,
you believe that. But what I'm saying is, right, and I firmly believe this as well, let's have this conversation in a few weeks' time and we'll see if Arsenal are still mathematically capable of winning the title. Because like I said, I'm putting this down to a very poor second half performance and Villa being clinical. They deserve their win today, yes? Let's have it right. They deserve their win today. But what I'm not going to do is throw the baby out with the bathwater and say because it's one poor second half performance that the title's gone. Because you know what football's likely. We could turn up against Bayern in a week, beat them, go to Wolves, beat them, and everything's back on again. So I'm saying let's not be premature.
Listen,
in throwing the B word around and saying, right. It's over. It's not over, bro. There's 6 games left. And you know what? I'll go as far as to say this. If I found out the manager or the players were thinking like you, I would be extremely disappointed.
No, see, that's where you're wrong. I'm not a football player. I'm not a manager. I'm not part of the club.
So my mindset is that, listen, man, it's what happened today was very poor.
Yes,
we have to hold the L. We have to hold the L and humble ourselves and say, maybe we're not quite as good as we thought we were. But listen, we learn from that and you come again. That's how sport works, bro.
Yes, and where we're going up against Man City, who are a juggernaut. And my other issue was, losing today, was you didn't even take advantage of the fact that Liverpool... So we've literally just said, you know what, Liverpool, let's put you back into the race. Because now we're level on points with them. We haven't even done anything
with 6 games left.
Yeah, man, like for me, look, like... there's no point. There's questions to be asked. No one's
absolutely.
You can't.
Questions to be asked.
No one's saying throw the bathwater out and get rid of all the players and the manager. No, that is stupid. But you have to question certain things, and that's it.
Well, I'm fine with that. But anyway, listen, bro. Thank you very much for your contributions. Thanks to everybody that contributed to the show today. All those who called, all those who submitted their comments, all those who watched us both on this show and on the live stream that we did. Very much appreciative. Just to sum up, very disappointing day. We've lost 2-0 at home. Some people are saying that the title is over. I don't believe that to be the case. Also, we go again during the week against Bayern. Big game. We've got to go there and get a result. I think we can. Let's go for it. Thanks again. Your one-stop shop for all Arsenal content is AFTV. Keep it locked and loaded on the channel. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We are out.